Hi my dear students, hope you all are doing good. I am Vishali Korapati, Assistant Professor in Vignan University. I teach pharmacognosy for you.
Hello my dear students, today I am going to take a class on shikimic acid pathway. It is a metabolic pathway. So what is shikimic acid pathway? Shikimic acid pathway is a pathway which is used for the biosynthesis of amino acids, aromatic amino acids. But why we are calling as shikimic acid pathway? We can also call as amino acid pathway, right? But the key ingredient of this pathway is shikimic acid. Okay ma, shikimic acid is the key ingredient in cycle. So from where this shikimic acid is produced? It is produced from carbohydrates. Okay, this shikimic acid is produced from carbohydrates and it is used for the biosynthesis of C6 and C3 units, which is the side chain will be propane group. Okay, the side chain will have this phenyl propane group. That's why it is called as phenyl propane derivative. So let's see the biosynth from where this shikimic acid is produced. Actually, few years back, few decades back, shikimic acid is produced from shikimi, which is also known as Japanese flower. So shikimi is our star anise. Star anise, if you see this picture, are you able to see one flower like spice? Actually, this is a spice which we will use in biryanis and masala powder. I don't know what to call this in Telugu, but in English it is called as star anise. Okay, a scientist have a scientist have recognized that this star anise taste is due to this shikimic acid. Okay, so he have extracted this shikimic acid from this star anise. So where this shikimic acid is present? It is present in plants, fungi, bacteria, but not in human beings. It is only present in plants, fungi and bacteria. So what is the biosynthetic precursor of this shikimic acid? Means from where, what is producing this shikimic acid pathway? The starting products are this phosphoenol pyruvate. In yesterday's class, I have explained glycolysis and phosphoenol pyruvate and erythrose 4 phosphate. What are the biosynthetic precursor of this shikimic acid? Means from where it have started its pathway. So that is precursor. Okay, it have started from phosphoenol pyruvate and which is combined and condensed with erythrose 4 phosphate. When this biosynthesis is going on, the intermediate, yesterday I told you what is primary metabolites, intermediate metabolites and secondary metabolites. So the intermediate metabolites in this shikimic acid will be tannins, flavonoids, coumarins and vanillins. So I told you that it is used in the biosynthesis of amino acids. So let's see what are the amino acids which are produced by the shikimic acid. Phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. What are the three amino acids which are synthesized? One is phenylalanine, tryptophan and tyrosine. Okay, so let's see the shikimic acid cycle. So this is shikimic acid cycle. So if you see this cycle, the first one will be phosphoenol pyruvate. I already told you in the precursor, in the biosynthetic precursor, the first compound will be this phosphoenol pyruvate. This phosphoenol pyruvate will combine with erythrose 4 phosphate. They both will combine and will get condensed, which is called as aldol condense. So this is This is phosphoenol pyruvate, and this is combining with erythrose 4 phosphate, and they both will get condensed. Okay, and it will form DHAP. DHAP is 3 dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Okay, 3 dihydroxyacetone phosphate. If you see here, this group have went and combined here. It went and binded here. So if you see here clearly, this whole group went and binded here. So COOH, okay, and C double bond O, we are missing this one because it get condensed, and this phosphate group got removed. Okay, so now this got removed. Instead of that, here we got C double bond O and CH2, CHO, and HCOH, HCOH, and it will form this whole DHAP. Okay, and after that, so now this DHAP will be converted after cyclization. It will be converted like this: dihydroquinic acid. How it is converting into dihydroquinic acid? Because in this process it will get cyclized. Cyclized is nothing but this structure, this whole structure is becoming, it is folding like this. Actually it is like this. Now it is folding like this. When it is folding, you will get this structure. In this cyclization, it will be with the help of one enzyme, it will synthesized from DHAP to 3-dehydroquinic acid. Okay, and the enzyme is called as 3-hydroquinone synthase. 3-hydroquinone synthase. Okay, in the presence of a co-transporter called as nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Okay, and also cobalamin, with all this, once again ma, this DHAP is converted into 3-hydroquinic acid by cyclization. Okay, in the presence of an enzyme called as 3-hydroquinone synthase. Okay, and along with a cofactor called as nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Okay, and cobalamin. So if you see here, this, when it is folding, let's give the numbering ma. So if you see here, this will be 1. Okay, this will be 1, 2, 3. So now I have given numbering to this. So if you see, this will this COOH, have went and attached here. Okay, and if you see, and this one got attached here. Okay, to the third group, and C double bond O here, and HCOH, 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 and third HCOH, HCOH. And here at last, this is the seventh group, only CH2 is present, remaining this phosphate group got disappeared. When it is getting cyclization with the help of this enzyme, this phosphate group got removed from this cycle. Okay, and this 3-hydroquinic acid, by the removal of water, by removal of water, it is converted into 3-dehydroshikmic acid. Okay, if you remove water molecule, this group got removed. Okay, and we got double bond here. If you see inside here, we got double bond. Okay, so here this 3-dehydroquinic acid is converted into 3-dehydroshikmic acid with the help of an enzyme called 3-dehydroquinic dehydratase. It's an enzyme which is helpful in conversion of enzyme. Okay, and this 3-dehydroshikmic acid is converted into shikmic acid with the help of an enzyme called as shikmic acid or shikmic dehydrogenase. Shikmic dehydrogenase enzyme. It will convert with the help of a transporter, with the help of a co-transporter, which is converting NADPH to NAD. Okay, and if you see here, we are losing this double bond. Okay, now here also in shikmic acid, here also we got OH. Okay, then this shikmic acid, by losing this phosphate, like from ATP, it will be converted into ADP. Okay, by losing this phosphate, it will go and attach here. Okay, then after attaching, now it became shikmic acid 3-phosphate. Why? Because this phosphate group got attached. This phosphate group got attached at third position. If you see, this is first, second, and third. Okay, in third position, it got phosphate group got attached. That's why it's called as shikmic acid 3-phosphate. So here now shikmic acid 3-phosphate is converted into 5-enol pyruvyl shikmic 3-phosphate. Converted into 5-enol pyruvyl shikmic 3-phosphate. Okay, in the presence of phenyl phosphoenol pyruvate. So if you see here, this is the structure of phosphoenol pyruvate. Okay, so now this will go and bind to my shikmic acid 3-phosphate. Okay, as I told you, here we have got phosphate. That's why it's called as shikmic acid 3-phosphate. Now my phosphoenol pyruvate will go and bind with this shikmic acid 3-phosphate. What will happen at that time? If you see near 5th position, I told you this will be your 5th position, right? Near this 5th position, this phosphoenol pyruvate will go and bind. So this is the structure, right? CH2, okay, CH2 double bond C and COOH, and here now it is converted into 5-enol pyruvyl shikmic 3-phosphate. Okay ma. Next, this is by removing one phosphate. If you see this one, this 5-enol pyruvyl shikmic 3-phosphate, by removal of this phosphate group, it is converted into cosmic acid. Okay ma. So if you see this cosmic acid, you won't have this phosphate group, and this H is converted like a bond. So inside, so if you see here, you don't have any bond. But if you see here, you got one bond by removal of this hydrogen. Okay. Now this cosmic acid is it will break down into two pathways. Okay. One, it is converted into, with the help of an enzyme, it is converted into anthranilic acid. Okay. And not only that, it is also converted into prefinic acid. Okay. It is break down into anthranilic acid and prefinic acid. Okay ma. So let's come back to this cosmic acid. This cosmic acid is converted into anthranilic acid, and this anthranilic acid, you will get amine group here. This amine is from glutamate, which is useful in conversion of cosmic acid to anthranilic acid. Okay. So now this anthranilic acid is converted into tryptophan. This tryptophan, previously I have discussed that anthranilic acid is now converted into tryptophan. This tryptophan will be our secondary metabolite. How it is this anthranilic acid is converted into this tryptophan? With the help of this phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. Okay, with the help of phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate, and this indole group serine, and with the help of this indole group, serine will go and bind to this benzene ring. Okay, that's how it is converted into tryptophan. This is serine, which is an indole group. Okay, now I told you we will use the shikmic acid in the biosynthesis of 3 amino acids, right? In that, one is tryptophan. Let's see another 2 amino acids. So if you see here, I told you that cosmic acid is converted into anthranilic acid, as well as it is converted into prefinic acid. Okay. This prefinic acid, by losing this carbon dioxide and water, it is converted into phenyl pyruvic acid. Okay. And this is the structure of phenyl pyruvic acid. And then with the help of reductive transamination, it is converted into phenylalanine. Now our second amino acid have also synthesized. Now let's see the third one. Here, this prefinic acid will break down into two parts. One is phenyl pyruvic acid, and the next one will be our p-hydroxyphenyl pyruvic acid. In this p-hydroxyphenyl pyruvic acid, this will undergo this reductive transaminase, and it will convert into tyrosine. Okay. So now our third amino acid have also formed. So this is the cycle of shikmic acid. You have this cycle in your textbook, ma. Okay, you can follow that. or you can note this step by step which I have explained now. So now here my primary metabolites will be my phosphoenol pyruvate and erythros 4 phosphate, and my secondary metabolites will be 3. One is tyrosine, phenylalanine, and the third one will be tryptophan. Okay, 3 secondary metabolites and 2 primary metabolites, and remaining, and shikimic acid is our intermediate key component for this whole cycle. That's why it is called as shikimic acid pathway. Please practice this pathway. Thank you. And tomorrow I will take class on acetate pathway. Thank you, ma. Eat well and study well. Thank you.